This video is now in session, and you read that title correctly. Joe Biden might actually be the best candidate for the Democratic Party in the 2024 election. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's a good candidate. In fact, he is a really bad candidate. The fact that he's right now already the oldest president in history, and it shows, does not help him, and in fact may be the primary reason that he loses against Donald Trump. But still, why do we think that Biden might be the best candidate? It's because he is the incumbent. And in American politics, we often forget the power of incumbency, not just in name recognition, which is powerful in lower level seats, but also the stability and the unity that an incumbent can provide a party. If we look at the Democratic Party right now, most Democrats, almost every single Democrat, is unified around Joe Biden. That even though they might not completely like Joe Biden, they are willing to bring their support around him for the 2024 election. People ranging from AOC all the way to the kinds like John Tester, and as well as the more moderate senators in the Midwest. And if we compare the alternative, which is which you might say is a million different good, better choices than Joe Biden, then therein lies the problem. That there is a million different options that are all good, that are of similar kind. If you look at the list of candidates who declined to be, the list of individuals who declined to be candidates, you have Stacey Abrams, Tammy Baldwin, Andy Bashir, Cory Booker, Pete Buttigieg, Hillary Clinton, Roy Cooper. Well, Al Gore really wasn't gonna be a candidate, but you have many different candidates here, many different potential candidates. They all have their pros and they all have their cons. They appeal to a different segment of the Democratic voter base. Someone like Bernie Sanders appeals to progressives, not well liked by moderates, though. You also have Pete Buttigieg. Appeals to moderates, not well liked by Black Americans, who are a core base of the Democratic Party. Cory Booker doesn't have a broad appeal based off of the way he campaigns and based off of the 2020 election. And so you see all of these different flaws here that kind of expose themselves the first time around. And Biden had the same issues in 2020, where people thought he was an old guard kind of individual. He was more establishment. But the thing is, he doesn't have those problems right now. All of those problems unique to the 2020 election when Democrats were going against each other have now all disappeared. The main concern at this point is his age. But if that isn't made in comparison to a bunch of different candidates who not all Democrats would support, then it becomes clear that having an incumbent is very powerful. We see this in the 2016 election, where Hillary Clinton lost in part because there was such a brutal fight between her and Bernie Sanders. In 2008, Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton sparred, which led to a lot of divisions within the Democratic Party between the establishment and the more youth voter base of the Democratic Party. In 1968, you had Hubert Humphrey, who was elected not based off of what Democratic voters wanted, but what Democratic delegates wanted. And so that led to a division within the party of who to support between the rank and files and the more progressive wing of the party, and that led to Humphrey's loss in the 1968 election. This has happened time and again when about when a fight in between a party, within a party, intra-party fighting can cause electoral damages, because you will have Democrats who might not be willing to vote for a particular candidate, because they went against their more preferred choice. And so, in that sense, Joe Biden is the best candidate that the Democrats can have, especially at this point when we're less than a year away from the 2024 elections. He is old, but he provides the stability that is at this point necessary for the Democratic Party to have a unified front against Donald Trump. So that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. This video is now adjourned, and I'll see you in the next one.